Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time, we started looking for Lostelle, who we learned was lost after trying to deliver the meteorite to Bill's acquaintance/friend. It's a whole jumbled mess. Point is, here we are in the middle of Bond Bridge, I think it's called, on our way to the Berry Forest to hopefully go find the missing girl. So, let's get to it. Otherwise, I don't believe there are any new Pokemon coming up except for in the Berry Forest, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, let's switch in Cabbage for now. It's been a while since we've got to see our favorite leafy friend fight.
Yay, Pokemon!
Well, good to see you're nice and excited, because, you know, I am too. Let's see what you got, gal. Staryu. Not a bad pick. After all, even I considered using one. Here, have a nice little Razor Leaf. Not bad damage. Man, it's good having you back, Cabbage. Some alright experience, we'll take it. And another Staryu. Alright. I wonder if next you'll have 2 Starmie or maybe 2 Shelders? I guess I don't know what to expect from you. We've not fought any tubers before. At least not female ones, to my knowledge. Otherwise, Arthur grew to level 43. Very nice. He gained 2 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense, 1 special attack, 2 special defense, and 2 speed. Not bad at all. Oh, a Krabby. Alright, cool. We'll just keep on using Razor Leaf. If it ain't broke, we ain't gonna fix it. Not bad at all. Admittedly, I would like to see, say, like a Kingler or something evolved. But no, I guess 2 Staryus and 2 Krabbies. Sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with an easy fight, but I would like a little more experience if possible. Oh well. We'll certainly take what we can get.
What happens now?
Well, you hand me money, I say thanks for the battle, and then I continue on my merry way. It's usually pretty simple. Otherwise, hey there.
My mommy said that I can't swim without my float ring.
Well, honestly, it's not bad advice. She sounds like a pretty good parent. Otherwise, let's have a fun little battle. Aw, Poliwag. I love Poliwag. Frankly, had Poliwag been available way sooner than it honestly should have been, I probably would have used one on our team. I really like Poliwag's design, just a cute little round tadpole. Otherwise, Poliwhirl, stepping it up. I wonder if you'll have a Poliwrath too. That'd actually be pretty cool. I wonder if you're gonna do what the Bulbasaur trainer did last episode and just have another Poliwhirl though. Something tells me you might. Oh. Well, you usurped my expectations. You just used another Poliwag. Sure. I mean, hey, I can't say I expected that. You know, fair enough.
Wah!
Yeah, sorry. Battling ain't exactly for the faint of heart, so maybe when you grow a little older, you'll get more used to it. Otherwise, hi there.
The salty tang of the sea, it tickles my heart.
Yeah, there are quite a few folks who love the ocean. And I mean, I can't blame them. The waves are rather relaxing. Though for people who aren't native to being around oceans and water like that, it can have a bit of a smell. So if you aren't used to how oceans smell, maybe get ready for that. Also, I probably should have used Cut instead of Razor Leaf. So yeah, I kind of deserve the paralysis. I guess let's try it now. And you're using Sweet Scent, of all things? I mean, I guess. But, not a great use of your turn. Oh well. We'll take the EXP. What else you got? A Weeping Bell. Alright, fair enough. Ooh, Acid. It's not terrible damage. At least you're not just using Sweet Scent. I mean, granted, it's not like we're exactly doing phenomenal ourselves. We're just using Cut, because it's kind of the best we have. I will say, I'm a little surprised Paralysis hasn't worked yet. There it is. I was gonna say, it's a little suspicious that it hasn't gone off once. And again, with the sweet scent. I mean, just because your Pokemon knows the move doesn't mean you have to use it. Oh well. We'll take the 598 experience, and Cabbage will certainly take a level. He's level 43 now, gaining 3 HP, 3 attack, 2 defense, 3 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Not a bad level.
Sniff, sniff. Something smells unpleasant.
Yeah, it's kind of like I was saying. If you're not used to the salty tang of the sea, it might be a little overwhelming. Though to be fair, like I said, the oceans are pretty calming. What's this? Berry Forest ahead. Oh, perfect. Well, let's head on in. Another big old forest, huh? Ooh, and as you might imagine, there are plenty of hidden items around here. I believe because they're berries, they're pretty easy to see and find, but you know, it doesn't hurt to use the item finder. Otherwise, you can expect a whole variety of things in here. From basically every bug we've seen to just about any grass type. Now look, don't expect to find things like, say, Pinsir or, you know, other Safari Zone exclusives, but don't be incredibly surprised if you do see some things like Weepin' Bell and others like that. Otherwise, nice little Oranberry, we'll take it. And I want to say, yeah, a nice little Persimberry, we will certainly take that. And otherwise, I want to say this area is actually fairly linear. Obviously, if you have cut, you can skip a fair bit of it, but I don't really feel the need to. Ooh, Pidgeotto. Hello there. To be honest, this Pidgeotto is actually a fairly good level. If I could manage to catch this, it's not even one level off from evolving. Pidgeotto evolves at level 36. Well, if Inari didn't get a critical hit, then it would have been perfect to get us a Pidgeot really easily. So frankly, I might go out of my way to try to catch one of those. Also, interesting, this isn't an item right here. Huh, never would have guessed. But like I said, I want to go out of my way to try to catch one of the high-level Pidgeottos just because that'll save us a lot of farming later on. Otherwise, a full heal. I won't say no to that. And what do we got? Anything new? Or interesting? No, it's a Slowpoke. Though to be fair, it is level 31, so if you didn't happen to pick one up at Seafoam Islands, or, you know, just its evolution Slowbro, this isn't a terrible way to go about it. Though, to be fair, just go grab a Slowbro. It'll be much faster. And an Execute? Yeah, no kidding. Unlike some other Safari Zone Pokemon, you can actually find Execute here. So if you don't like the gaudy look of the Safari Ball, this is a way to obtain Execute without using one. Pretty cool, huh? Otherwise, we'll take that EXP and keep looking around, see what we can find. Oh, a Drowsy, huh? Oh, very interesting. Otherwise, I guess we'll just hit you with a flamethrower and be on our way. Sounds good to me. Oh, wow. I'm a little surprised that they actually managed to tank that. I mean, look, Drowsy has really good special defense, but I didn't think with a 10 level difference it would really factor in that much. Huh. I guess it helps Inari isn't the best at special attacks, so, oh well. And let's see. Any new Pokemon? No, it's just Venonat. We've seen ya before. So, have a flamethrower. And like I said, a lot of the Pokemon, especially on the 1, 2, and 3 islands, are pretty worth your time. They offer a fair amount of experience, though maybe don't waste your time with all the unevolved ones. They don't give nearly as much as their evolutions do. So, I like showing off what we can find, but as you can imagine, it's not all sunshine and rainbows when it comes to fighting every random Pokemon encounter. That's why usually, if they're uninteresting, I try to cut them out, because frankly, it's just a lot of this. It's also the same reason why repels are really nice. Save me a whole lot of editing. Ah, and here's what I was looking for. A nice little Max Ether. Very nice. And no berry there. Huh. Really, switching up expectations on me. I tell you, those pesky Bellsprout, while I do like them, they're just, not ideal because we already have cabbage. Also, I love all these berries. That's certainly going to help when I, have a random status ailment that I, need to get rid of and don't want to use a full heal on. Ooh, and here's a Pidgeotto again. Beautiful. I guess let's use Confuse Ray and see if we can make it hit itself a little. I'm not exactly gonna lose sleep over if we don't catch this one exactly, because I know you can find them pretty easy here. But I also don't know if they have Whirlwind. I'm gonna guess that they do, so I might try to play it a little safe. Oh, Feather Dance. Not what I expected. Lowering our physical attack harshly. Little rude. Honestly, if I can, I would like to get Will-O-Wisp on Pidgeotto. And there's Whirlwind. Well, I figured it did have it, and I was unfortunately right. I hate that. I guess we'll move Arthur in front and see if we can find a Pidgeotto. No, it's a Weepin' Bell. Well, I guess we'll just run from this, and I'll, be back when I find a Pidgeotto. Aha, there you are, Pidgeotto. Feels like we've done this dance before. Still, have a Thunder Wave. Ideally, the paralysis will keep you from using Whirlwind. That's my hope. Or you'll just do it right away and make me look like a fool. Well, back to finding them, I guess. Oh, well, here's another interesting encounter. If you don't want to catch Venomoth in the Safari Zone, then you can do it here. Same with, oh gosh, what was it? Execute. There you go. Oh, well, this is unexpected. Here's Hypno. This is Drowsy's evolution. And I was going to save Hypno for in just a moment here, because there's a special encounter coming up. Anyone who's played the game might know it. But if we can catch one now, then that'll save us all the trouble later. So, may as well try. I think 2 Dragon Rages and a little Thunder Wave should keep us well under wraps. Get us nice and close to the HP threshold, keep it paralyzed, good, good, good. And now, let's start chucking balls. I only have 25 Pokeballs, so that's kinda not ideal, and Hypno is a little notorious for being obnoxious to catch. So, I guess I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed here. Now look, it's not legendary levels of difficult, but it is somewhat obnoxious sometimes. See? Poison Gas. Oh, that's a strange move on a Hypno. So, have a Pokeball? Please stay in it? No, of course not. Why would you? Still, at least you're paralyzed. That makes this a lot easier. Maybe I can use Twister and get you a little lower? We'll give it a shot. Yeah, there we go. That actually worked out very nicely. Now, to be honest, if you don't have a good Psychic type and you're, this far in the game, Hypno does come knowing Psychic and is a fairly decent level. So, I mean, I can't recommend against Hypno. It may not be as good as, say, Kadabra or Alakazam or even Zinx, Jinx, but frankly, it's not a slouch. Number 97, the Hypnosis Pokemon. When it locks eyes with an enemy, it will use a mix of PSI moves such as Hypnosis and Confusion. Yeah, I mean, we saw it use full-on Psychic, so, yeah. Otherwise, back to finding Pidgeotto? There's another Pidgeotto. Now, can you please not just spam Whirlwind? That would be really nice. Honestly, if I can get Thunder Wave and then maybe just a Dragon Rage, I might try to start chucking balls. Good, Wing Attack, that'll be fine. I mean, the critical hit hurts, but it's alright. Use a Dragon Rage, get you nice and low, at least somewhat. Good, Wing Attack, that's fine. I mean, look, I'm not a fan of the damage, but I'd much rather the chance at catching you and risking Arthur fainting than not. 1, 2, 3. Hey, nice. That's going to seriously save us a lot of time. After all, one level is a lot easier to get than several on the Pidgeotto we caught before, or even a Pidgey. So, thank goodness for that. Otherwise, I could use some fresh waters, but frankly, there's not much of the forest left. So, I don't know, let's just put Tiamat in front. Or you know what? Let's put Locke in front. He'll be fine. And, I kinda mentioned it already with the fact that we're going to have a chance at finding Hypno, but when we come up here, it's Lostelle. There, gal. You, get lost?
Oh, please help. A scary Pokemon appeared there a little while ago. It kept scaring. It made Lostelle scared. I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home. Oh, here it comes again. No, go away. It's scaring me. Why? I want my daddy.
And we know that cry. Turns out, Hypno aren't exactly great Pokemon. This was the one I planned on catching, but as you saw, the ones you can find in the wild are a bit higher level. This one would have been a little easier to catch just because it is only level 30, though it doesn't know Psychic, so take your pick. If you want the guaranteed encounter, it is a little easier to catch, though the one you can find in the wild, while a bit harder, does come with better things. So, up to you. Otherwise, it's not a tough fight.
Oh, that was so scary. Thank you. Lostelle came to pick some berries. You can have this.
And Yapapa berry? I think that's how you say that. Not totally sure.
What's your name? Lostelle's scared, so can I go with you to my daddy's house? Okay, let's go home.
Yeah, she'll bring you right back here. Thank goodness. So you rescued Lostelle? How can I thank you? Lostelle, darling, forgive me. Daddy didn't know you were scared and in trouble.
It's okay, Daddy. I got to be friends with Brad.
Yeah. Otherwise, hey, about the whole fiasco. Look, I was actually kind of just here to deliver a meteorite. Oh, what's that? You're saying that this is for me? How'd you know that I love rare rocks and gems? You sure know how to make a guy happy. Yep, there you go. I also like how he's literally referred to as Lostelle's daddy. Kind of funny. Oh, I see. This is from Bill. You have to thank him for me. You know, you've been fantastic. I want you to have this. And, in true rock collector fashion, he gives us a moonstone. So, if you missed one of the secret ones, either in Mount Moon or in the Pokemon Mansion, here's another one for you. In total, you're going to need 4 of these if you plan on completing the decks as much as you can in one version of the game. So, this is one of 3 that you can get very easily. So, thanks, I guess. Later. I'm sure we'll never see them ever again. Also, it's rather convenient. Here we are, back on 2 Island with Cabbage in tow. This means I can rather easily show off the move teacher. So, I want to say they need to be in the lead of the party. So let's switch in Cabbage and have a chat.
I perfected the ultimate move of its type, but will no one take it for future use? You, that Venusaur. Oh, this is the one. This is the Pokemon. This Venusaur is worthy of learning my ultimate move. Will you allow it? Will you allow your Venusaur to learn my Frenzy Plant?
Sure. So, much like every other move similar to this,
You will allow it? Then let me confer my ultimate Frenzy Plant on your Venusaur.
Cabbage wants to learn the move Frenzy Plant. However, he already knows 4 moves. So, let's take a look at it. Because I've made mention of it, but it's a 150 power grass-type move with 5 PP and 90 accuracy. The foe is hit with an enormous branch. However, the user can't move on the next turn. This is very similar to a move called Hyper Beam, which shares a lot of the downsides and positives. Huge damage, pretty good accuracy, low uses, and a penalty after you've used it. It's not a terrible move, but frankly, with us playing on the set battle style, this move is nothing but a detriment. Frankly, Razor Leaf does just fine. It may have basically a third of the power, but it has so many more uses, and frankly, it has a nice high critical hit ratio, which I like. Plus, it has no downside. So look, Frenzy Plant can be phenomenal if used right. It's just there are so few uses that frankly, I really can't recommend it. Stop trying to learn Frenzy Plant? Yeah.
You reject it? No, I won't be dissuaded.
So yeah, you can come back here at any time to learn this move, and based on what starter you chose, the move will be different. There's all sorts of really good things she can teach, though remember, it's only for each of the starters. So Squirtle into Blastoise, Charmander into Charizard, and Bulbasaur into Venusaur. Based on what you chose, you'll get something different. Though, pretty much, they're all kind of the same move, just of their type. They're not bad, it's nothing I want. Now look, there might be a use for it later, but for now, I'm not exactly impressed. Otherwise, let's take the time to heal up. And then, much like our other endeavors, let's switch out someone in our team and go grab that Pidgeot, huh? Or well, what will soon become a Pidgeot. Because right now it's a whole Pidgeotto. So, hello Pidgeotto. Let's leave behind... I hate doing it, but I guess let's leave behind Arthur? Sure. He's our other de facto EXP share Pokemon, so I figure we will leave him behind and then basically just move the EXP share onto the Pidgeotto, evolve it, and then be on our way. It should be pretty darn simple. Admittedly, coming up here, once we're on our way to the Elite Four, or, the Indigo League, we're gonna have to pause, basically, and just go out of our way to evolve a whole bunch of Pokemon, this being one of them, though there are a couple others, one being a lot more brutal. Namely, that Pokemon is Rhyhorn. You might remember him from the Safari Zone. He evolves into Rhydon, and frankly, we're gonna have to spend some time getting him. I want to say amongst them we also need a Kadabra, a Beedrill, obviously Dragonite, but we're working on that with Arthur. We need to evolve a Coughing into Wheezing, a Horsey into Seadra, and probably the worst offender, that Ammonite all the way into Amistar at level 40. None of these are particularly easy, but it does give us a fair excuse to go out of our way to grind. So I figure it works itself in pretty nicely. After all, we are trying our best to complete the Pokedex as much as we can in one playthrough anyways. So, Otherwise, let's see how Bill's doing. So, hey Bill. Oh, hey, Brad. What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? We got it done. The PCs are up and running. Yeah, I saw that. They, worked pretty good. The job went incredibly quick. Bill is one amazing guy. No. There was almost nothing left for me to do. Celio, I have to hand it to you. You've learned a lot. Oh, really? Well, there you have it. I'm finished with the job. We should head back to Kanto. Celio, I'll be seeing you again. Brett, I'm really sorry that we sent you off alone today. I promise I'll show you around these islands sometime. And he certainly will. Otherwise, we'll go all the way back to Kanto with Bill. Hey, wasn't that a long cruise? My buddy Celio seemed to enjoy your company. I'm sure he'd welcome you if you were to visit him again. If you have a tri-pass, you can always take a ferry there from Vermilion Port. Alright, thanks for your company. So yeah, now look, while normally you'd start going north up Route 21 back to Pallet Town, I actually want to go back to Vermilion and do just that. There's still a Pokemon that we need to go catch. So, let's be on our way, shall we? Whee! Man, feels like it's been forever since we've been here. Otherwise, the big Pokemon that we actually missed and could have gotten before was Tentacruel. This is the evolution of Tentacool. It can only be found in the waters along, I believe, one island, because that's the only place you can surf in the ocean, at least on the Sevi Islands, for now. So, hey there, guy. You have a tri-pass. Would you like to board a Sea Gallop ferry? We sure would. To one island, please. Okay, everything's in order. Sea Gallop High Speed 7 will be departing immediately. So yeah, it's pretty easy coming back here. And all things considered, it's really not a big inconvenience at all. Otherwise, I believe you can find them in those waters or in these. So otherwise, basically I'm just going to be surfing around trying to find Tentacruel. It's not going to be all that exciting. And, unfortunately, here we are finding normal Tentacool. Like I said, it's not going to be all that exciting. So I'll find you when we, find Tentacruel. Aha! There we go! Hello, Tentacruel. And my, don't you look cruel. I guess let's start with a cut. Now, I will warn you, Tentacruel is only a 5% chance to find in the water, so, you know, maybe don't worry too much about finding one. Notably, a lot of the Tentacool that are around are pretty high level. I believe it evolves at level 30, so if you want, you could also just catch a Tentacool and go that route in order to get Tentacruel. Still, it's not too hard finding them. I think it only took me, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, so I'm not too worried. I am a little worried, though, about it breaking out of the ball a bunch. Maybe I shouldn't have left Arthur behind and kept Thunder Wave on us. Oh well, we'll be fine. Worst case, I have Ultra Balls and Great Balls. 1. Oh. And Bubble Beam. Alright. I guess if Cabbage isn't restricted after some time, maybe I'll switch him out for Lock. Still, I don't think we'll be here too long, hopefully. Oh boy. You know, I very well might just eat my words. I'm really hoping I'm wrong. Also, I think after this fight, once we get back to Kanto, I really need to go restock on Pokeballs because, man, I'm not a fan of being so low. Reminds me of when we first started our journey and didn't have much money. Ugh. Ooh, Cabbage was freed. Beautiful. I think we'll switch him out for Lock now, just so that way Lock can tank some of the damage. After all, he's kind of known for it. There we go. Plus, we have Water Absorb, which will render Bubble Beam useless. It's just a good plan. So come on, Tentacruel. 1. Oh. I was gonna say, join the party. The surfing is fine. Though, to be fair, I don't plan on making you work. I just need you for the Pokedex. So, maybe just get in the ball and we can release you later or something? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Hey, thank you very much. So let's take a look. Number 73, the Jellyfish Pokemon. The tentacles are normally kept short. On hunts, they are extended to ensnare and immobilize prey. Yeah, that doesn't seem very fun. Plus that big mandible-looking thing in the center, I don't think you'd want to get chomped by that. So, good. We got one of the, probably scariest-looking Pokemon, because frankly, if you were in the water with that thing, ugh, I don't want to imagine getting felt up by one of those. Ugh, you think seaweed's bad. Let me tell you, I'm sure Tentacruel would, be a lot worse. Plus, they're poisonous and jellyfish. So, you can imagine how that would go. Otherwise, I forget, can we buy Pokeballs here in Vermilion? I think we can. My good sir, Pokeballs? Hey, beautiful. That's just what I want to see. let's grab a good old, I don't know, 96? Sure. And then maybe just for good measure, like, I don't know, another 40? That'll make me feel good. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, I tell you, feels much better having all those Pokeballs back. Otherwise, at this point, I guess let's have Tiamat fly us back to Cinnabar, and then basically we're just making our way back to Pallet Town. Should be simple enough. I don't think we'll clear the entire route today, because frankly there's not much left of the episode, but you get the idea. We'll at least do what we can. It would be nice if we got Pidgeotto evolved. That would be cool. But like I said, we'll see what happens. Basically, from here on out, onward and upward, back to where we started our journey. Shouldn't be too bad. So, into the water we go, and as you might imagine, it's time for Cabbage to shine. So, let's get to it. After some, probably, Tentacool. Yep. How'd I know it? And hey, speaking of, this Tentacool is only one level off from evolving. So again, if you struggled to find one, you can just do that. Right now, I'm in a triathlon meet. Oh, well, shouldn't you be swimming and focusing on that and not battling? I guess whatever. You do you, guy. Alright. Nice little star you, nothing we can't handle. Hit him with the razor leaf, Cabbage. After all, it's your bread and butter move. Now, one thing I will say, which is a bit of a shame, from the 3 starters, Venusaur kinda gets the worst move. That's the signature move. Razor Leaf isn't bad, but its low base power and accuracy check are a lot less reliable than, say, Charizard's Flamethrower or Blastoise's Hydro Pump. Admittedly, Charizard's probably the best of the starters just for, playing through the game, because not only can it fly, it also has Flamethrower innately, which is really good. Yeah, like I said, guy, you really should focus on that triathlon, not battling. Otherwise, hey there, you also part of the triathlon? Feel the sun and the wind. I'm gonna guess not, seeing as you seem to be, relaxing a fair bit. Still, I guess let's have a fun little battle. Ooh, Poliwhirl. Well, Cabbage, get him with a Razor Leaf. Now, I will say, in terms of typing, I want to say Venusaur has it the best. With Poison and Grass, he ignores a lot of the weaknesses of Grass typing, while not gaining many other weaknesses from the Poison dual typing. It's a pretty good type, and frankly, I feel like that's a reason why they had a lot of the Grass types also be dual type Poison. It's just a solid typing, at least generally speaking. Otherwise, I think Blastoise is pure water, so I mean, unless you're afraid of Grass and Electric, Blastoise also has it fairly pretty good. Charizard kinda suffers the most in that regard, in the fact that he has a quad weakness to Rock. So if you get hit by Rock, you're kinda screwed. Still, they all have their use, and especially in, more recent things, and especially in media, Charizard's kinda loved by a ton. Yo, I lost. So I mean, I can't blame you if you like Charizard a lot. It's kind of one of the most popular Pokemon ever created. I caught my Pokemon at sea. I mean, yeah. I have caught quite a few seafaring Pokemon myself. Oh wow, you found a whole Starmie? Dang. You're gonna have to tell me where you found that, because as far as the Pokedex is concerned, these can't be found in the water anywhere. So my guess is he found a Staryu and evolved it. That'd make a lot more sense. Still, thanks for all the experience. That Pidgeotto still didn't level up. Ugh. Diver down. Yeah, you did only have one Pokemon. So, excuse me, Tentacool. I would like to proceed with the route. Now, you might be wondering, how'd I know it was a Tentacool? Well, it's the only Pokemon you can encounter while surfing. So, it's not a big surprise. Otherwise, hey there. Keep me company till I get a hit. Sure, I can do that. Hopefully you'll give me plenty of experience to level up this Pidgeotto, finally. I'd appreciate it. Ooh, and a Sea King. Beautiful. Nice and evolved. You ought to be worth a fair bit. Here, have a Razor Leaf. I gotta say, good job, Cabbage. You haven't been missing lately. That's great. 600 EXP. Beautiful. And hopefully... No, it's a Goldeen. Uh-oh. I was going to say, hopefully he had a second Sea King and that would evolve our Pidgeotto. That would have been really nice. Though, beggars can't be choosers. Come on. Oh, I bet it's so close, too. That burned some time. Yeah, it did. And wow, thanks for the money. Otherwise, I'm curious now. How close is the Pidgeotto to leveling up? Let's see here. 10 experience. Yep. Well, I guess we'll just do a random encounter and call it good. Sounds like a plan to me. Well, that won't help. I expected to find a Tentacool before this little island. So, Tentacool, oh Tentacool. There we go. Much better. Well, you're level 10, so hopefully you give at least 20 experience. That's my hope. What a unphenomenal way to level up a Pokemon. 75. Beautiful. That's more than enough. Pidgeotto grows to level 38. What? Pidgeotto is evolving. I never would have seen this coming. It's almost like we, specifically made sure he'd gain enough. Still, this is good. This saves us a whole lot of effort from evolving a much lower level Pidgeotto. So hey, there's our Pidgeot. Congratulations, your Pidgeotto evolved into Pidgeot. Wow. Otherwise, let's take a look at that Dex entry before we end the episode, shall we? Number 18, the bird Pokemon. When hunting, it skims the surface of water at high speed to pick off unwary prey, such as Magikarp. Huh, how appropriate that we evolved it here on the sea. Well, as I said, that's pretty much going to do it for today. Next time we play Pokemon Leaf Green, we'll have made our way back to Pallet Town, and then we'll be returning back to the first town we went to after there, basically where we started our journey. We're going to be taking on the 8th gym, because, bit of a spoiler, it's been opened up again. Remember that gym we found way back when we started our journey before Brock? That's where we'll be headed. So, as always, I've been Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.